See, my mindset when going into something like this, like to me, it's like an advantage because no one really wants to play in that. So I really think about changing my mindset, even though it's like terrible. But you just gotta think of the bigger picture and get the win. So in my head, I'm thinking, they don't want to play in this, so let me take advantage of them being, shy about it.
Even against the Bills, because they know how to play in it too,
Yeah,
right?
that's true, that's true. But yeah, I was gonna complain, but yeah,
Second interception in as many games. What did you see on that pass from Josh Allen early in the second?
yeah. Number three. um, um. So on that play, I was just really reading the formation, looking across. I had a nub on my side, the tight end, and so really just seeing what I could get, just going through in my head, shuffling like different possibilities and calls, and one of the possibilities ended up being what I was thinking, and giving the under call, looked across the field to see it, so obviously he wasn't looking, so just went to go make a play.
Yeah, Kyler, you guys have faced two elite offenses in back-to-back weeks and gotten 3 takeaways in each game. How satisfying is that for you guys?
Um, be a little bit more satisfying with the win, most definitely. Kind of like I was saying, like last week, we just keep stacking on those. We keep doing good things, a bunch of good things. It's just, it's really just about putting it together, and we can get the takeaways. Now it's about getting off the field on third down. Just moving on to the next objective to help us as a team as a whole on defense and help get the ball back to the offense.
You guys did a pretty good job containing Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen
Yep.
in terms of passing, but the run defense was pretty rough. What did you see out there, and why do you think that was?
Um, I really just think, obviously I don't know exactly because I'm not always in there in the front seven, so I can't really comment on anyone's job. But as far as what I hear, I just think it's an execution thing. Just got to get to the right spot and get there and be better than them. So I think that's something that's definitely fixable.
When you talk about feel of the game, in the beginning of the season, quarterbacks are picking on you specifically. Now you've turned into a ball hawk. Just when you talk about how you feel on the field and how you've been able to adjust to get to where you're now, where's the biggest difference?
Um, there's a lot of differences. But I don't know. I really feel like I'm playing extremely confident, honestly. Um, just the way I feel. Honestly, like the first couple games, me going back and forth and stuff, and having a lot of stuff thrown at me. Like I'm just trying to be a perfectionist and do everything right. But I just know like once I got like settled in and comfortable, everything clicked. Like I feel, I'm just comfortable and confident, really. So those two things together is really gonna produce some takeaways and stuff. And so I'm just gonna keep doing that and keep going up.
Connor, with Jalen out and you move it up to the number 1 corner, did you have to change your mindset knowing you're going to face Stephon Diggs a lot more than you probably normally would?
Yeah, like throughout the whole week, I was just all locked in at nickel because that's what I've been doing, and I know that was gonna happen and stuff like that. So I was really focusing on the nickel game, what problems I got there and stuff like that. And so I watched enough film to know what's going on the outside. So really, just switching back to the outside really wasn't that big of a problem. Just watched a little extra tape on that just to get a little more feel. Like I watch all the outside guys and what they do as far as how it affects me. So it wasn't really nothing to go and play corner right away, late notice.
How did you feel like you held up in the match?
I felt pretty good. Like I can't really remember anything that happened against me like that. So I don't know, but it felt like a good game. So should I get that dub next time for real?
You ever take a moment to think to yourself, like, we got 3 rookie cornerbacks out here, and we are doing a pretty good job against one of the best passing attacks in the league?
All the time, like we get hype about that. Like before the game, we're all looking at each other like it's all rookies. Like we got to go out here, we get this opportunity to go and show the whole world how we go and how our secondary is. And so it's exciting. We're all hyped to go do that and we have fun.
Matching up with Diggs, is that something that you relish getting that opportunity to be the number 1 guy today?
Yeah, it's fun. Like I always want to go against the top guys, top receivers, compete with them, show them that I'm right there with them. And yeah, like I love that. And I want to keep doing that throughout my whole career.
Your brain and your
Yeah, no, I definitely could. I saw the cutback. I knew people were coming behind me. When you cut back, you gotta be aware of that. So I was trying to keep the ball protected, make sure we get back to offense. I saw the hole, almost slipped through there. I'm gonna get it next time. I need a tub.
imagine your brain and your body are kind of dialed in. Forget as much as you can, forgetting the cold while you're on the field.
Yeah.
What's it like when you're standing or sitting on the bench?
Just
Like,
trying to get warm.
there?
You just try to get your body warm, so when you go back out there next series, you're right and you feel good. Yeah, you gotta protect yourself against that wind. It's sharp. It's gonna cut you. that one was cutting my face. I was running through it. But yeah, it's all a mind thing. You just gotta lock in and be focused.
You guys have lost 8. You guys have now lost 8 games straight. Do you think by next Christmas, Bears fans are going to have a different gift under the tree.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Why do you
For
say
sure. You know it too. Because like it's all a process, you know, we're all staying down for the come up really, and we know like I said, we know what we building on, and we see key parts in every single the offense, defense, and the special teams. And I'm telling you, like once it clicks, it's gonna click, and I feel it. Everyone else feels it, and I believe in it. So most definitely.
So
How
the
does it-
importance of the run, what do you think the issue was in terms of them stopping the run pretty much all day?
Yeah, I mean they did a good job bringing pressure and forcing us to go kind of where they wanted to. So bringing pressure off the backside and they got good players up front. So kind of just forcing it where they wanted it to and so I mean kind of credit to them. They got a good front up there and kind of like last week, a lot of guys that can rotate in and all those things. So they came out with a good scheme, but we just got to execute better and be more physical up front.
What's the impact? Like, is there a mental impact of the cold? Like, just having to fight through the got focus or anything like that?
Yeah, I guess you could say a little bit. You just got to kind of block it out at a certain point. I think, I don't know, for me, after like the first quarter, you kind of almost become numb to it, like literally. Yeah, so, no, it is what it is. I mean, I think it's fun. It brings an element that you kind of have to factor in and all that stuff. Like, it changes, how you go about the game and, makes it a more physical type of game. And, it's harder to come by, yards through the air and things like that. So you just really got to be effective, and it's kind of just throwback football. So you got to be able to run that football.
The foundation of this team is the hits principle.
Yeah.
The takeaways were there today with three of them. The offense only got 3 points off. Just how frustrating is that knowing you guys couldn't convert?
Yeah, I think that's frustrating, and we got to put it all together. Whether it's you go back 3-4 weeks ago where we were putting up a lot of points, and maybe the defense is struggling a little bit. Now they've been creating turnovers these past couple weeks, and how we gotta hold our end and be able to capitalize and get touchdowns in those scenarios.
Do you have a sense for why the offense couldn't get screwed after the first drive?
Yeah, well, I think we ran the ball effectively, and then they adjusted, and we really weren't able to run the ball as well as we liked after that. I don't know what the numbers were, but it didn't feel like this probably was not our best rushing game of the year. So I don't know where the numbers were on it, but we didn't run the ball well. I mean, I think that's what it came down to.
And you feel like
Did you notice? I know it's hard to tell without seeing the film. Did you notice that they make any concerted effort to keep Fields hemmed in as a runner?
Yeah.
That's obviously least effective. Was there anything noticeable that you could tell their plan? They had a plan A for it.
Yeah, well, you can see and the pressure I was mentioning earlier. They were bringing pressure, kind of forcing the ball where they wanted it to, and then how their ends play. They know at times if for example, I'm lined up over them, or not, you got another tight end or somebody that you're unblocked, or maybe slow playing it. They're not diving in at the run, so that forces Justin to give the handoff there multiple times. So yeah, I mean they did a good job, and they got good athletes across the board. So they came with a good plan. It's a good team, and I'm pretty sure we'll see them go pretty far in the playoffs.
Are they dialed in on the run even more on a day like today because of the weather, do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you don't have to worry about maybe the pass as much. It's just kind of the elements at hand, So you figure you can stop the run, and you have a really good chance of winning in a game like today.
The run game really gashed you guys. What was the problem there, and how frustrating was that?
Just being out of our gaps, not doing our jobs, not being physical, especially being more physical in the cold, because everybody's cold and things like that, on offense and defensive side. They were more physical, made a lot of great plays and things like that.
Something to take out of the last couple of weeks. You guys are getting the turnovers once again against a couple of pretty good quarterbacks. Frustration is just a couple of big plays getting away from you.
Yeah, getting a lot of great takeaways, especially getting a takeaway, on our side where, it's closer for the offense to score and things like that. So, but we're just gonna keep going, get more takeaways, and hopefully, we capitalize on those.
What do you think is the hardest playing in weather this cold?
The hardest part of playing in weather this cold. I don't know. I'm kind of used to it, but just being mentally in the game. Really just trying to stay mentally in the game and know that you're gonna have to tackle or block and play football. You're gonna have to show up. Somebody's gonna have to show up. Everybody may be cold or however. So just try to mentally get your mind right, and then physically just always be prepared.
They had 2 rushing touchdowns, I think, in the third quarter. Both times the running back wasn't touched.
Mm-hmm.
How does that happen?
Is that a just trust your team? You got to trust your teammates and play the run scheme, or what?
Yeah, I'll say really just stay, gap accountable. Everybody got, a job to do on the defense, and if you don't do your job, someone's gonna be wide open, and that's the results. Untouched, that's the results. You're not doing your job, and somebody ain't do the job. Like I said last week, there's gonna be people who don't do the job that people that just don't see it. So
Yeah, it was taking it. It was a great throw by Justin. Yeah. Great throw by Justin. Out of reach from I think that was White. That was like below it, but he put it away from everybody so I can go grab it.
You had that just a little bit earlier about the time. Having a day like today, going through frustration.
Man, it's always good for a receiver, to get touches and help his team any kind of way. And so, yeah, just looking forward to practice next week and continue to stack, with consistency.
Velus, do you feel like this is your most complete game as a pro so far?
Most definitely. Yeah.
Velus, the defense had three takeaways. The offense only. The defense had three takeaways. But the offense only got 3 points off. The opportunities were there. So how frustrating is it to not cash in like that?
Man, it is frustrating because, me and the offense and I know how good we are, how talented we are. We just got to punch it in. It's no excuses, but we're blessed to have 2 more opportunities these upcoming weeks, to actually, accomplish that.
What are you trying to do as foundation coach keep it together?
Well, I think something that Coach Booth says all the time is lead from the front. So, whenever you're in the front of the huddle, guys kind of look to you. So you got to make sure you're doing everything that the coaches ask and make sure you do it the best of your ability. So that's really what it is. Just leading by example every now and then. But I say something, but for the most part, leading by example. Got some good guys in the locker room. Man. Got a lot of character. They do a good job of staying on top of the game plan. Coaches do a good job of coaching them up. They go out there and they play the best they can.
And how tough has this season been compared to last year?
Say again?
How tough has this season been compared to last year? You have to look at it.
Well, I didn't play, so this is better than that, in my opinion.
What do you guys need to do to fit the runs better? I mean, those 2 long touchdown runs,
Yeah.
running back wasn't conscious.
So on one of them, we had a pressure on. So sometimes you have pressures on, and they pull. You're a man short. So they pull the tackle, so you're a man short. So it's a good call, honestly. And the other one, what was the other one?
The other one was from the 27 or so. It was just a handoff.
Oh,
right guard,
really?
tackle.
That's just a missed fit. So guys got to in the gap. But one of them, it was a good call by them. They pulled on the pressure. So you're going to be a man short. You kind of want the pressure to get there. But they pull tackle, so it's kind of even further away from them. So it's kind of hard.
What's the kind of satisfaction that the defense had in getting 3 takeaways today against the good Bills offense, coming off of 3 takeaways against the good Eagles offense?
It's part of his principle, right? So you obviously see some of the identity there, but we want to win. And I think that our part in this game is really just we didn't stop the run, and we didn't win the critical moments, right? So it comes down to the last couple of drives when they got the touchdown, the 7 route with the tight end. We got to find a way to make that play. And so it comes down to those things. I think that situationally we still got to get better.
How do you feel the cold on a day like today? Like, how does it show up?
As you're playing?
Yeah. Either.
I don't know. Well, as you're playing, I don't really think you feel it. But on the sideline, oh my goodness. Like, I'm still shivering, brother. I didn't wear sleeves. I'm trying to thaw out. Only the biggest thing for me is probably your hands. Your hands are a little numb, maybe a little bit. They tingle a little bit towards the end. Other than that, I don't really feel any difference.
If you could do it again, would you wear sleeves?
Nah.
As defeated as you guys have been in the secondary, losing starters, what's your evaluation of how those guys perform today, and especially how Jaquan and Kyler have been coming along the last couple of years?
They've been playing well. I think the guys that have come in and stepped in, they've done a good job of playing. Jay Jones has played well. There's a bunch of them. Josh Blackwell's played well. Obviously, Kyler had a pick today. Brisker's being Brisker. And I personally believe this, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but I think Brisker's going to be a leader in this team for years to come. And I kind of talked to him a little bit on the sideline about it. I think he's got everything he takes. He's a dog. He's got the right mentality. He plays well. So you kind of like to see his development and see him going in the right direction.
And the coaches talk about kind of earning the right to rush the passer.
Yeah.
Is if you can't get them in the third and long,
Well,
it's trouble.
exactly.
Is that what happened today a little bit too? They
Well, I
were in
mean,
a lot of tough spots.
some of it. I mean, I think, yeah, we got to get them on third down, but they did a good job of having third and manageable. So like, there wasn't really
No,
many
that's
third
what I
and
mean.
longs.
Yeah.
But some of that is, yeah, we got to do a good job of stopping the run first, second down. If we went early on first, second down, we'd get them in third and longs. But there's also some opportunities to get sacks in first and second down. And you got to kind of look at this film and say, what can we do better at that too?